What's up, babes? It's Curly Victoria. I'm back with another video. If you all are new here, hi, welcome to my channel. If you've already been subscribed, thank you so much for coming back. So listen, babes. I was sitting here eating lunch, watching a show, working on business, and it literally hit me that I needed to tell you all that this cycle, it ends with them and it starts with you. So many times we have seen generational curses being broken. We've seen generational cycles being continued. But two things for sure. If you are somebody who's chosen to do great things, you're going to look at your family cycle and you're going to say, something has to change. That change starts with you. You have to not only be the change that you want to see in the world, but you have to be the change that your family needs. Be the change that your generation to come will need. Be the change that your legacy will create. If you're sick of seeing this cycle of children, multiple dads, all of this constantly in your family, and this video is not made to knock anybody in my family, knock anybody in your family, knock anyone at all. This is just a conversation that needs to be had with you all who are watching my channel. If you have multiple kids, you have multiple baby daddies or children's fathers or mothers or baby mamas, whatever, I'm not making this video to come directly at you. I am taking moments and I'm telling you about things, giving examples that could be existing, does or does not for me. I've seen what it looks like for people I know, family members, people I know, to have multiple kids, multiple baby daddies, and that's just not a life that I wanted for myself. That is not a life that I wanted for myself. I knew, my mom had kids when she was younger, and she has 4 kids. By the time she was 28, 29 years old, she had 4 kids. Now, rest in peace to my mom. I miss my mom. I love my mom. And I'm not here to talk negatively about her while she's not here. But growing up, I just felt like a few of the things I want to make sure that I accomplish. I don't want to have that many kids. I don't want to have that many, fathers. I don't want to have children, too many children before I can even appreciate my years. There were so many things that I could see and say, I don't want that for me. If that was your path, that's your path. I'm not knocking you. But for me, I just see how those dynamics could really affect things. I can see how those dynamics could really put you in different circumstances that are not necessarily the ones that you feel like are going to be conducive for the life that you want to live. I know that I want to be successful. I know, and I'm not saying that if you're a mom and you've had 3, 4 kids from one man, you were married, now you're divorced, and you are a single mom with kids, in a situation like that, it's almost like the divorce might have been a situation where you couldn't really make the final decision. It had to just be a mutual agreement to just cut something off. At that point, it's like, okay, you just had to do what needed to be done for whatever reason. But you are likely, I'm not saying that you won't experience different issues, but at one point you did believe in having that family, having that marriage, having those kids with that one father to be able to make your life move at a smoother pace and just, be more in alignment with your goals. So I'm not knocking that or knocking those things. But for me, I know I didn't want to be no baby mama with a whole bunch of kids and a whole bunch of different daddies. I just don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. I'd prefer to be married, have my kids while I'm married. If my kids were ever to be born and I'm not married, then prayerfully I can have, my children with the same father. I can literally have a good relationship. I refuse to be a baby mama. I will always, even if I ever had children outside of marriage or I had children married and then got divorced, and I'm not speaking these things on me, I'm just saying in the event that it ever became those types of situations for me, you will not hear me being a baby mama, because I feel like being a baby mama, being a baby mother, it comes with a type of reputation. I would be a child's mother. A man will refer to me as, oh, that's my child's mother if we're not together. Oh, that's my child's mother if we're divorced. Baby mama, that's not going to flow for me, because being somebody's parent, like a child's mother or a child's father, it comes with a different set of you move different. as a baby mama versus a child's mother. Child's mother is going to be mature. She's going to make sure that her child has what she needs. She's not going to be sitting here making fights with the man that she had the children with, or sitting here trying to put a man on child support just because he don't want to be with you. She's not going to have those types of that mentality. It's going to be, okay, we're not together, but my child is going to my child's father's house. My child needs this. My child needs that. You move in a more mature manner than the connotation and the drama that surrounds the term baby mama. So I literally, and some people might be saying, oh, it's all the same thing. It's just the way you're saying it. No, it's literally a difference on the way that you guys move from one versus the other. But I'm just saying, like, certain generational cycles that I've seen, I said, I have to break it. It starts with me. I don't want that. You know what I mean? Like, so now that I'm 30, you know, I'm about to be 32 February 17th, which is crazy that I'm literally, like, time has flown by that fast. We're in our 30s. Like, what? But it's just like, I feel like at this point, I've lived out my 20s. I don't have any kids. I have my dogs. I'm not married. I am in a relationship. But it's a thing of, like, you know what I mean? Like, I've overcome a lot of the stigmas that I don't want to be like fall in the trap of. So when I'm looking at those circumstances, or I'm looking at, like, saying, oh, I don't want to be somebody who retires from, you know, like a 9 to 5, or I don't want to be someone who looks for their Social Security check when they get 60, 70, or we might not even see Social Security. I just never aspired to do those things. I wanted to do my entrepreneurial journey. I wanted to go after my goals and go after the things that I truly wanted to be successful. Those things that I seen and I knew I didn't want for myself is the reason why I started to set goals in different manners and go after different things. You know what I mean? I could have easily had a kid when I was in my early, 18, 19, 20s, like, could have easily. But, that's not what I wanted. So now that I'm, breaking these stigmas, breaking these cycles in my family, I feel as though I have to start setting that generation up, the legacy up for what's to come. Like I tell my sister all the time, like my nephews now, like I have all nephews, no nieces. Only niece dogs, no niece, like actual nieces. But I tell my sister all the time, this is where the new generation is going to start with my nephews and stuff. They're so smart. They're so handsome. This is where we really get a chance at a new mentality when it comes down to the future, legacy, things to come. And you have to invest and build up into those young souls now so that when they get older, they have the same mentality. But the difference is, instead of one of you having a mentality now you'll have 5, 10, nieces, nephews, whatever the case may be down the road who have the same mentality, which is going to make them start to change the family dynamic and the family cycle and the family circle, right? So in the end of the day, it's literally how you choose to respond and how you choose to move. If you see there's something that you don't like, you don't want, then be the change that you need to see. So that's what I just wanted to make a video to let you guys know. The change starts with you. Whatever it is that you see and you don't want for yourself, you go be better. But make sure that the change begins with you. In the future, when you're explaining to your nephews how entrepreneurship and building your own business and building generational wealth, etc., is important, you want to be able to show them examples. How to build credit, how to, use 30% of a card, and how not to max out cards, and how not to get to, into debt, or whatever the case may be. You are the trial and error. You've seen things that you don't like, then you've experienced things that you don't care for, and those are the things that are going to build the basis of what you do in the future. So be the example that you want to sit here and preach about. Be the example that you want to tell your nieces and nephews, like, hey, look, I did this. I wouldn't recommend, highly wouldn't recommend. I used to be giving tips to girls, like young girls and things like that, who I seen had the same mindset as me. At their age, I would be putting them on game that will save them 5 years of a headache, because I'm putting you on game at 20, 21. At those ages, I was smart. I knew what I wanted to do, etc. But I had to go through some of these lessons in order to really, be able to understand the do's and don'ts of things. But now imagine you're 20, 21, and I'm putting you on game. You know how many years that could save you from actually being caught up? So listen to your community big sisters. We got something to tell you, and we might be able to knock off 5 years of a headache or 10 years of a headache by you just simply listening and trusting that we are not going to be telling you anything that is not going to be conducive for you to grow. Imagine that we can allow y'all to be at 20 to 25 years old where we ended up being at 30 years old because we literally helped you to understand. So be the change that you want to see. My camera battery is filling up and I have vlogs to post, but make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm going to put this up on this video up on the channel, and then I also need to make a hair video, but I do need to create my vlog. I'm getting back on my routine, getting back on everything, so you guys make sure you tap in and subscribe. But it's only up from here. It's only up from here. Stay tuned.